Live from KTVR Fox 31, this is Good Day Colorado.
A decision could be made today in the trial of a backup punter accused of stabbing the starting punter in his kicking leg. This morning, we're finally hearing from the victim.
Also, new data is out today on how the minorities are now the majority in parts of Colorado. This story is still ahead on Good Day Colorado. And Good Day Colorado, I am Ken Clark.
Good morning, Ken. I'm Shawl Turner. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Weather-wise, we've had some pretty beautiful days out there. Let's check with meteorologist Aaron Little, live in Westminster for Fox on Your Block Thursday. Aaron.
Good morning, guys. Yes, we are live on this Thursday morning from Westminster 72nd and Zuni this morning. We thought we'd get an early start on this Thursday to all the festivities. We're going to be out here from now all the way through 9 o'clock, and a lot of fun headed your way through the morning hours today. Your forecast details for this Thursday. Yesterday we were in the lower 90s. We'll be just a couple of degrees higher than that for today. We're in the 60s right now, 76 degrees at 9 a.m. A lot of sunshine again for this afternoon, mostly dry skies, and up to 94 degrees for today. We're still expecting to get close to that 100-degree mark as the weekend approaches, guys, and we'll take a look at that full forecast in detail live here from Westminster in just a few more minutes. Back inside you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Aaron. New this morning, Aurora police are called out to a late-night shooting that happened about 11 o'clock last night near the Ranger Motel by Colfax and Lima. A suspect was caught a short time later near Macon and Colfax. Police say one person was shot and rushed to the University of Colorado Hospital. Police have not released the victim's identity or his condition.
Also today, we know the identity of a man killed by the SWAT team last weekend. Police killed 45-year-old Ronald Talmadge. He was shot at the Super 8 Motel in Parker. Police say that they were forced to shoot him after he pulled out a gun. He was wanted in connection with a dead body found in the yard of a home for sale in Jefferson County. Also today, a report will be released on the shooting at Platte Canyon High School in Bailey. Last September, 53-year-old drifter Dwayne Morrison entered the school, took 7 girls hostage, and held off police with the standoff. Morrison ended up taking his own life, and he killed 16-year-old Emily Keys. Today, the Park County Sheriff's Office is releasing a report detailing the fatal shooting. The man convicted of killing his ex-girlfriend with a shotgun will be sentenced today. 27-year-old Gilberto Cruz was found guilty of killing his girlfriend, Amanda Duran. Police say last October, Duran was trying to end her relationship with Cruz when he showed up to her home and killed her with a shotgun. He now faces life in prison without parole.
Right now, rescue crews are still trying to reach 6 trapped miners in Utah. The miners have been trapped since Monday when the mine collapsed. Crews are now removing debris that's blocking a 2,000-foot passageway, and family members are holding out hope the trapped miners are still alive.
What do you expect is happening underground right now?
I'm sure, they're scared. They've tried everything they could to get out. Probably still trying to an extent. You are trained for it. I don't think you can train for something like this completely.
Rescue crews are drilling small holes toward the miners. If the miners are still alive, those holes will be used to talk to them and send in some food. An elite Navy dive team starts a second full day of searching for victims of the Minnesota bridge collapse. A bridge crossing the Mississippi River collapsed during rush hour traffic last Wednesday. 5 people were killed, but 8 more are still missing right now. The removal of heavy debris is being delayed, so dive teams have more search time today as they continue their looking for the victims.
It's 5:03 now, and today a Colorado jury will start its second day of deliberations in the trial for a backup punter accused of stabbing the first-string punter in his kicking leg. Former University of Northern Colorado punter Mitch Kozad is accused of stabbing Rafael Mendoza last September, and this morning we're hearing from the victim for the very first time.
It was never me to point the finger. I just said what happened that night during the attack. I said my part of the story. It just depends on what the jury says. If they come back with a guilty verdict, then it had to be him. If not, well, he's still out there.
If convicted, Mitch Kozan faces up to 48 years in prison. His defense says it was another player on the team who stabbed Mendoza.
New this morning, minority is the new majority here in Colorado.
Updated numbers from the Census Bureau show Denver is growing, and at least half of all residents here identify themselves as members of the minority.
Fox 31's Melissa Millay is live on the 16th Street Mall with more on this new report. Melissa.
Well, good morning, Shaw. Good morning, Ken. You know, Denver's population has grown about 2% in the last 6 years, and it may not seem like much at all, but it actually is when you start really looking at the numbers. It has meant some big changes on the ethnic breakdown of residents. These new numbers show that between 2005 and 2006, so just 1 year, the white population here in Denver became a minority. During that same time, the number of Hispanic residents grew by about 12%. Here, though, is a larger look at the state. We're going to take you all the way back to the year 2000 to see how things have changed between then and now. Adams County, for example, went from a minority population of 37% to 43%, Boulder from 16 to 20, Denver from 48 to 50, and Weld County had a smaller increase from 30% to 31% over that 6-year span. Now, experts say they're not sure exactly why the numbers are going up. It could be anything from migration to a higher birth rate, but this year marks the first time in more than a decade that Denver had more people moving into the area than out. Now, Denver was the largest county in the U.S. to see a change between minority, and majority population just last year. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Melissa. We'll come back to you for more on that report a little bit later. 5:05 now, 65 degrees outside right now. Colorado priest arrested and now facing charges this morning for jogging naked. He was out jogging north of Denver in the town of Frederick. This morning, some Frederick residents have a strong opinion about this arrest.
You should do it behind closed doors.
Right.
There's treadmills out there that he can do it on in his own home.
Police say in June, Father Robert Whipkey was running naked at the track at Frederick High School just before dawn. The police report says he admitted that what he did was wrong. Residents we talked with are stunned.
I mean, you're a priest, you're a role model to the town. You shouldn't be, even if it's 4:30 in the morning, even if it's 2:30 in the morning, you shouldn't be running around naked. It's a law.
Well, a police report quotes Whipkey as saying, "I'm a heavy man, and wearing clothing while running makes me sweat profusely." If Whipkey is convicted, he'll have to register as a sex offender.
5:07 now, and a liquor license is granted for a new risque club here in Denver. It's called the Sugar House, and it's located at 1300 West Alameda in Denver. The club started getting a bad rap when it announced, in addition to beverages and dining, there would be a night for people into swinging. Neighbors wondered what would go on in a club filled with beds, but some are taking a wait-and-see attitude.
I definitely wouldn't mind if it was a little farther away from my house. But, you know, it's definitely good to have new businesses in the neighborhood.
Now, the Sugar House is set to open August 25th. 2 nights will be dedicated to swingers, 5 other nights for just regular fun.
Well, Boulder residents are upset over a pool of standing water that might be a breeding ground for mosquitoes with West Nile virus. The pool of water is by 47th and Kalmia Avenue. The pool was created by a drainage system for nearby construction crews. The city's being asked to drain that water. Boulder County already has 13 human cases of West Nile virus so far. A wild 200-pound bear enters a Colorado community right across from an elementary school. The bear was spotted sleeping in an apple tree yesterday near Putnam Elementary in Fort Collins. The fire department was called out as a precaution. The Department of Wildlife tells us bears are getting very active right now ahead of winter.
This time of year, they're trying to put on fat to be prepared for hibernation, and they go from eating 2,000 calories a day to about 20,000.
Well, the bear was tranquilized, brought down from the tree, and tagged. It's being relocated 60 miles west in the mountains. If it comes back a second time, though, it will be euthanized.
Wow. Well, in our spotlight on sports this morning, the Rockies sweep the Milwaukee Brewers. The Rockies whipped the Brewers at Coors Field 19-4. Now, the Rockies have their best record with 113 games in franchise history. They have now won 5 straight at Coors Field. Today, the Rockies start a 4-game series against the Cubs. Game time is set for 7 o'clock tonight.
Nice. 5:09 right now. A lot more still ahead. Yeah, go Rocks. Yeah. Still ahead on Good Day Colorado. Live look outside. Take a look at that. Temperature heating up. But how high is it going to get? Meteorologist Aaron Little has your complete weather forecast next.
Also this morning, Peter Pan peanut butter is coming back to grocery store shelves. Last February, it was recalled for getting more than 600 people sick in 47 states.
3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Endeavour.
The shuttle Endeavour safely lifted off yesterday. The latest on the mission before 5:30. So don't go away. Something's always happening on Fox 31's Good Day Colorado.